Good morning. Can I get a mic check?
Good to go. Everybody's quiet.
Good deal. I've always got, those tech issues. Camera was working a minute ago. Now it's not. I did it. I'm smart. Not really, but I did it.
It worked.
Ah, man, you just gotta love technology sometimes, I swear. You'd think I'd have it down by now, but, it's just not the case.
I've only been in business for like 5 years.
I mean, no big deal. Anyone else technically challenged? I'm gonna keep my hand raised. All right, good deal. Not alone. We are not alone, you guys.
I don't remember who said it, but it was probably one of my favorite. Not to offend anybody, but I think it was Kevin who was like, "I'm a tech TARDIS." That's what he called
Tech
himself.
Taurus.
Tech TARDIS.
It's a pretty good name. It's a pretty good name.
Yeah. So who's excited to hang out today? Party a little bit, drink coffee, vodka, or whatever your favorite drink is. It is Saturday, so I mean,
Yeah,
go crazy.
yeah. Opening day of regular gun season here in Virginia too. It's how you know. It's how you know I love y'all because I would be out in the woods. All right, so don't take that. Don't take that for granted.
We'll be out there freezing.
It's 70 degrees today, dude. It's not freezing.
Yeah, it's 42 here right now.
Yeah. What I do like is we've got some new faces in here, which is awesome. If you're new to the group or new to us or just live in general or brand new to anything, sound off in the chat if you can find it. I struggled to find it as well. Lower lower right hand corner. Gordon, nice. First time visiting. It's awesome. I'm so glad to see some new peeps. I really hope we can our goal every time is to over deliver. Uh, you could say, and I'm saying this based off what people have told us. Me and Nate, we give away a lot of stuff that other people charge for. So we really just want to over deliver and try and help you guys. And if you don't know, we don't want anyone to be shocked because we do sell things. All right, it's how we got here. We've helped a ton of people. We've got more testimonials, more results than you could shake a stick at, I guess you could say. So we will share something really awesome later uh, that is for sale. It's not mandatory, but it's an option, and it's a banger of a deal because a few people have already grabbed it. Anywho, we want you guys to win whatever that looks like for y'all, your personal brands, uh, regardless of what you want to sell, whether you're an affiliate, whether you have a brick and mortar business, whether you sell physical products, digital products, a service, software, like we literally do not care. We just want you guys to win. There's a lot of noise out there in the marketplace right now. A lot of people that are blowing smoke up your booty, and we just want to clear the air for that. Give y'all some good stuff and share what's been working not only for us but a bunch of other people.
Yeah, always love seeing the new faces. So
Me too. Me too.
yeah, good crowd here.
Candace, nice to see you. Lowell, and Miss Mandy.
So for the brand new folks in here, do you guys want us to give you a little bit of a background context who we are? Because you might have got yeah, old faces get no credit. You guys are You guys are like leather. Do you guys want us to give you like a little bit of a background context? You might have came here from an affiliate, maybe some content that either Flip or myself posted. Happy to do like a little bit of a elevator intro, so to speak, if you guys need it. Um, don't want you to feel like you're listening to some random stranger. So um,
If you need it. If you don't, if you
if you
don't really
don't,
care
hop right in.
who we are, like I don't care who you are, flipping Nate. Like just teach me something. That's fine too. Like you can't offend us. I walk with Jesus, and Nate has like the best dark sense of humor that I've ever had. So I'm pretty sure no one can hurt his feelings. All right, so all good.
Thank you. Disclosure, I've always been the best. Yep. Good. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Cool.
Awesome sauce. Well, it has this coffee. Yep. Small cup. I drink a healthy amount of a 12 cup pot every single day. So when
Before we start, do you drink any water? Because like that will dehydrate you, dude.
oh yeah, I drink a ton of water.
Okay.
Usually towards like the tail end of the day. Well, the coffee's usually gone by like noon. So I mean, if you notice, like I got this cup when I walked into the office 10 minutes ago. So it's already, drink.
I'm praying for everybody that drinks coffee black because like Nate puts nothing in it. I don't know how he does it. Anyway, I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, see, Ian's got a point. Bean water is still water. There was water in. You had to put water to make the coffee.
Okay. All right. Real quick check. Who is already creating content and already selling something? Put a 1 in the chat. If you aren't creating content and haven't sold anything yet, put a 2 in the chat. And if you maybe dabble in a little bit, you've got something to sell, but you haven't made any sales and you're just like don't know what the heck you're doing, put a 3 in the chat just so we can get like a quick feel. Kind of helps me and Nate know how we can navigate.
So majority won.
Okay. Ones are ruling. Good job, Adam. Proud of you, buddy. At least you can drive.
No touche. Oh my goodness. All right. Drop a
Okay.
doc for you guys. We will try to run through this relatively quickly. Give you guys context. I think one thing that I've been mentioning in a lot of my content recently is like what we try our best to do is not only give you information, strategies, tactics, but try to help you guys understand why. Because I think a lot of the market will like give you a hey, go post this content, take this template, go create content about this template, but not really give you a lot of context as to why that actually works. And we genuinely want you guys to understand how business works, online business, content, personal branding, running a community, so that way you guys can take the information and deploy it to whatever business model you guys want. It doesn't, like Flip mentioned, we don't care. You sell courses, digital products, affiliate offers. It's all the same, in our opinion. You can use the same exact model to do whatever you want. Most of our client success is with promoting their own stuff, anyways. From taco trucks to medical devices to in-person copywriting for like a car company, like you name it. We've probably worked with clients doing the most obscure things that you can't even imagine outside of I help people resell the product I just bought. So go ahead and pull up my screen and drop you guys this doc.
And we will do our best to keep an eye on the chat. So if we say something that confuses you or you have a question, just put it in the chat or hold it until we get through, and we will make sure that everyone's question is answered before we dip out. Can everyone see that okay? For those of you that are on mobile, I already know the answer. Yeah, make it smaller, Nate. No, that looks pretty good.
Right.
Pretty good.
So, spotting high leverage growth and sales opportunities. This is realistically like piggybacking off of something we were talking about a couple weeks ago with our clients, kind of nipping the challenge in the bud that a lot of people talk about a lot, right? I don't know what to post. I don't know what to like sell. I don't know. I don't have an offer. Like all these different things that are very we tell ourselves in our brain, right? I have no idea what I should be creating content about, what my audience's pains are, and all these different things. So we wanted to kind of run a little workshop for you guys talking about how to use real time data, use audience feedback, other people's audience feedback, what's happening in the landscape, the market, etc., to then feel all of that. This could be used for content, offers, launches, like realistically, whatever you want, but it's going to give you the ability to very quickly validate your ideas. And I think this is probably one of the most powerful skill sets that you guys can develop in the online business building space is compressing the amount of time that you don't wait, right? So you have an idea, maybe for an offer, for a launch, for a piece of content, and we have the ability to put it to market faster, so that way we can see if it works. That way we can, start getting proof of concept and data. Um, so the goal: learn how to use real time audience behavior to fuel faster growth, engagement spikes, and sales without building new products. It's also another lens that we can look at this. You don't necessarily always need to be creating new products. I think we made the mistake of doing this when we first launched our business. It was fun. It was very fun the first year that we launched our product stack. I think that year, Flip and myself launched maybe 14 different programs. And, every month we were doing a launch. Every month we were running a campaign and a promotion. And we did very well that year. And the end of the year, we were like, dude, overwhelmed. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know what we're selling, how we're selling. We have too many things to offer to our audience. So the year after that, it was actually a really fascinating lesson. We didn't create anything new the following year. We
yeah.
actually did 3 campaigns that entire year, and we made almost double the amount of money than the year prior.
I think
Um,
something else to just to throw in there too. For those of you that are like really taking this serious, which I hope that's all of you, but when you're taking this serious, like doesn't matter what you're selling, but you're just taking the business serious, and you're going into launches like me and Nate did. Uh, like me and Nate, we both had our own individual 6-figure successes before we decided to teach something, right? But the thing that happened with me and Nate that was pretty wild was we figured out how to launch products profitably, like, and not waste time building something that nobody bought, right? And that's our predictable profits framework, which we'll kind of mention towards the end because that lives inside of group juice. But my point is, our launches, every single one of them were successful. And when you're winning, your dopamine is high, your confidence is high. And the bad thing that can happen if you don't pay attention to it is you get used to the dopamine hits. So then when the smallest thing doesn't happen the way that you want to, you will start to think everything is broken. So part of what we're going to teach and cover today is like how to set yourself up to the point where that doesn't happen. Okay? Because like there's multiple wins off of this one strategy that can happen for you guys. All right, does all that make sense? Or did I just talk in a circle?
like me.
Two oranges in a pod.
um, yeah, and the biggest thing I want to say is like it's not always about creating new products. It's the biggest lesson for me in my years of business with Flipper is it's realistically talking about your same product in as many different ways as possible. And I only wanted to really bring that up because I know in the online landscape, it's very common to like every other week, it's a new digital product. I'm creating a new digital product. I'm building a new thing. And I know on the surface, it might look like for those of you guys that have been in our ecosystem for a while that we launch all the time. But a lot of the time, it's realistically just talking about the same program with a different lens, a different package, a different bonus, or something new on top of the thing we already had. Okay. Instead of, spreading ourselves thin. So,
See, senor. So, why this works? Okay, one of like the fastest ways to grow is not by creating more. It's like feeling good about what you're doing, being in alignment with what you already have going on, conversations that you're having, content that you're posting, things that you are doing in life and in business. So, me and Nate, we've been absolutely blessed to watch customers and clients go from 0 to 5,000 followers and immediately monetizing, in as little as 2 weeks. Going from having a completely quiet or dead group and then going to 1,000+ post comments where they're just like, what do I do? There's a lot of people joining, everybody's commenting, and I can't talk to everyone quick enough. All the way down to, soft, laid back launches where they're doing like, $5,000 collected in, 3 days. What's up, little man? I see you, buddy. But this isn't because they had a perfect funnel or they spent 5 grand on ads. It's not about any of that. It's mainly because they paid attention and made the switch that they needed around their positioning with where they were, who they could help, and the best way moving forward. All right.
yep. So the secret, I hate that term, but I don't know why. The best angles are already right in front of you. And this is what we were talking about in the beginning, where I think it's so easy to get caught up in like, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what my audience is going to buy, all that type of stuff. But all of the best angles are literally sitting right in front of you in your comments, in your DMs, in the group chats you're a part of, in the comments of people who are way bigger than you, in the influencers that you follow, in maybe you bought a digital product from somebody who has 600,000 followers on Instagram and they're getting 100 comments on every post. Literally scroll through their comments and use all of the questions that the people are asking to then use in your content to talk about, answer those questions, handle those objections, all of the objections you're getting in your inbox around why people can't purchase your programs, your offers, why they don't want to join your group. Those are all things that we need to hammer in content, in angles, in the top of your offers, uh, put pressure on the pain points that the people are facing with those questions. Uh, they're all handing the people in the market are literally handing you content angles, sales angles, offer hooks, lead magnet ideas, uh, community conversation starters. Uh,
Yeah.
I
And
think it's a lot about not necessarily thinking more. It's more about like listening a little bit better to what the market's actually saying.
yep. And paying attention to what gets your attention. I've been saying this for a long time. Like, look at y'all's own journey. Look at the questions that you've had. Look at the skepticism that you went through. Look at the lessons you've learned, the bad experiences you've had. You know, give you a real example. Me and Nate, we both went through pretty much the same thing for about 3 years. We bought the same courses. We had some of the same mentors that didn't work out. Right, like it's kind of funny how alike me and Nate's journey was. But what we did, we failed for those 3 years. We didn't quit, couldn't quit, too dumb to quit, and we knew what we wanted to do. But what we brought into our our success was remembering how things made us feel and what not to do. We knew how certain things made us feel, the bad experiences, the lessons that we had, and that's where we created and even coached and consulted and taught from as well. Right? Like, how many of you have bought a course that did a good job at selling you, but it just did not pan out to be what you were sold it to be? And you get in there and you're like, man, it's not even any support. This seems like a lot more than the marketing message I was sold on. This looks like it's going to be a lot harder. Uh, like, if that's you, if you've been through any of that, then put a 1 or a yes in the chat. But that's what we don't want people to go through. So anything that we can do, create, sell to help people minimize mistakes, that's what we want to do. That also becomes some of your best content because based on what I just said, a lot of y'all felt it because you've experienced it, right? The more specific we can be with describing things, the better chance we have people relating to it. When people relate to it, they pay attention. Trust is built, right? Like that's just the way of the human.
That's how you end up creating content that your audience says, not even, maybe not even says, but they feel like that's me. Like they literally feel like you are telling their story, which is the goal of content, which is the goal of being a personal brand, to invoke some emotion in your audience. It's like they're telling my story. And I'm not saying to like make these up or manufacture these fake stories, but
No,
Flip just brought up a real time example of a huge problem in the market that everybody in this room has probably felt. Buyer's remorse is a real thing. You know, the very overhyped expectations and the bait and switch tactics are very real. So then you get into something and then you find out it was nothing like it was. Or looking at any experience that you've been through, because if you've been through it, if you're seeing it repeat itself in the market, you're seeing other people talk about it, then it's a problem. If you look at how we launched Group Juice, this is a good real time example. This is exactly how we launched Group Juice. Like we launched Group Juice off the backbone of problems that we went through and that we were sick and tired of doing inside of our business, poaching in other people's groups, posting content in other communities, spending all of our time building out systems and funnels, or like taking time with sales calls. So we
yeah,
turned around and started playing around with a process that allowed us to remove those things from business because they were a challenge we were going through. And then we were like, hey, if you have an offer that you want to sell, we want to show you a process that we used all of last year to remove A, B, and C from your business.
yeah,
And that would become a monster of a program that we ended up taking to seven figures, which is still weird to say. But it was literally off the backbone of a challenge or a struggle that we were actively going through that we didn't like.
yeah. So like all y'all gotta do is like just pay attention more. Like look at what other people are doing. All you gotta do is listen better, right? Build around what's already like a need in your space, whether it's outdoors, whether it's faith, whether it's online business, whether it's brick and mortar, service you provide, whatever. Look at what's already like needed. And a cool pro tip is if you're not getting any of these in your own content yet, use somebody else's. You could probably go through our free group and find things to create content on, right? Look at some of the big players. Me and Nate, we're still small players, right? But look at some of the big players in whatever space or field or industry you're in, and look at what kind of comments they're getting. What's their audience asking, right? And then I'll paint another mental picture for you guys, and I really hope that you hold on to all the words that are coming out of my mouth right now. And if you can relate to what I say, put a yes in the comments again. Trying to make sure you guys are paying attention. Now, there was a time where I bought my very first course. All right, I got burned. It was $1,500. I was gonna make it big as a drop shipper. I was gonna hit that $10,000 a month. Right. I got in. I realized I needed capital. Capital is something I did not have. I was gonna need suppliers. I was gonna need a place to store product. All that good stuff. None of that was mentioned to me in the beginning for me to buy the course. All right. I was sold on the, oh, don't carry the inventory, no startup costs, blah, blah, blah. Like all the things sounded so good. Right. Well, I got burned. It put a very bad taste in my mouth. And then I started seeing more people selling other courses. And my first thought was like, oh, here's another person trying to sell me a course. Right. But low key, I was like, well, what are they doing that's different? Right. They seem to be doing better. They're making money. So I had like a curiosity that never left, but I also had a bad taste where I was like, man, screw all these guys, right? Like, but I couldn't stop paying attention. I couldn't stop doing research, and I stayed in that state of mind for a long. Like, I'm not buying nothing else because this person burned me. So it made me an ignorant, uneducated person that carried hate towards anyone trying to sell me something moving forward, right? But I had to go through that for a while before I actually found someone that was in complete alignment with me, my values of life, my perspectives, and how I wanted to build a business, build a brand. That was what changed everything.
The number one thing I will say too is if you guys sell information, courses, programs, products, own it. Like we make our business is literally selling information. We sell courses like and mentorship and coaching and consulting. Um, but I think this is where a lot of people get a bad taste around online courses and information because it's like Flip said, right? It's like, hey, I teach people how to build this really awesome drop shipping business. They don't make money from drop shipping. They make money from selling information, right? That's literally probably where their Stripe screenshots came from and all these other things. It's not like and this is a very common thing in the online business building space. It's like I'm going to show you how to build a social media marketing agency, and then there's been like podcasts where it's like, okay, well we dove deep into this guy with 6 million followers on YouTube, and his business only did $60,000 as a social media marketing agency, but he's made 16 million as a information seller. Right? There's nothing wrong with selling courses. I think there's a bad rap because of the way that they are positioned or the way that they are sold. Best case scenario is you do have like real proof of concept in your business when you launch your own courses. Like as an example, Adam, he's on here with us right now. One of our private clients, he does amazing things with Amazon. Like Amazon, they do kind of like retail arbitrage where they resell products on Amazon, and he's launching a program, right? But it's not like, hey, I made $100 with Amazon and now I'm going to go teach it. It's like, no, they're doing 6 figures a month, and now they're going to go launch a program that teaches all the ins and outs. Right? So they have massive proof of concept, but own where you're actually making money, I guess, is the moral of the story. If you guys are selling courses,
Yeah.
right? Like if you sell information, like we don't hide the fact, like that's what we do. Right? We sell our own courses, we sell our own programs. Rarely we do sell like software as affiliates, but very rarely do we sell other people's programs as affiliates. But at the end of the day, that's just usually information, courses,
Yeah.
digital products, programs, offers.
Yeah. And we sell physical products too. Like, we're still affiliates for physical products, via Amazon or TikTok. Um, Everything that we teach, we do, right? So we're just not teaching something off of blank air. It's based on things that we actually do, right? Step one, use guys. Tune into the playing field that you are in. Pay attention to the arena. Like, me and Nate, we've got a training called the antiviral training. Right? Like, stop worrying about going viral. Okay? Because as Jeanette has proved, one of our clients, the video that you don't think is going to go viral is the one that absolutely blows up. She got like over 2 million views talking about her toilet and how much it sucks to clean a toilet because of all the nooks and crannies. All right. So stop trying to worry about what's going to go viral. Start with what's already hot in your area, in your arena, in your industry, right? Your arena is the real time place that your audience is actively living in their frustrations, what they want, what they're confused about, doubts that they're having, and the current context, like their current situation. All right. Here's how we find it. Scroll through your own comments, your own post replies, DMs. Look at big players. Look at stuff that's performing well for them. Look at their comments. Read what people are asking in other creators' comment sections. Look for anything that is repeated, right? Like if you see one video that's performing well from a creator that's in the same space as you, and you see that it's performing well, it's got a ton of comments, and you see something that's repeated 10 times, that should be a key indication that that is a very common problem that people need help with. Go and create some content about it 5 to 10 times to see what kind of responses you get. Notice what questions and phrases that keep getting repeated and echoed across multiple posts or multiple platforms. These patterns are not noise. These are the buying signals. Okay. These are the signals and things that you need to pay attention to create leverage and growth. It's like a secret hack that we still don't see hardly anyone paying attention to. All right.
I'll give you guys two different examples real quick. We've talked about this a lot where if you're seeing a lot of the same comments and questions being repeated, we reference this a lot around if I was getting asked around how to do a certain thing in business, I'm going to go turn around and I'm going to go put a very high value resource that solves that problem in my group. And then I'm going to agitate all this content on the front. Like everybody wants to know how to set up their funnel. Everyone wants to know how to create their first 5 pieces of content, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to put that in my group. And then the other example is with offers. Let's say a lot of people will end up burning down offers because it's like, no, they'll send their, let's say you send your offer to 5 or 6 people or maybe a couple dozen people. And everybody tells you, no, I don't really want this. I wish there was support. I wish there was support. I wish there was this other part of the business. And what's very easy to do as like a creator, as a seller, is we're like, okay, well, nobody wants this offer. I'm going to change my offer. So then we literally go replace the offer instead of being like, hey, I sent it to all these people and they told me they wish it had this one thing. Like, wouldn't we just want to like add that one thing? Like, oh, everybody that I've sent this offer to told me they wish it had this. So add it. Put that in there. Provide it. Throw in some support. Throw in a resource or something that is going to really cover the objection that everybody's giving you. This is why, like, over the last probably 12 to 15 months, the most common strategy on like almost every landing page, if you guys have probably seen them, there's FAQ on like every page now. All the objections, it's all the questions, it's all the reasons as to why I can't buy or do the thing. That's another one that I should have put on this document. Go to your digital product that you're selling, go look at their sales page, pull the FAQs, literally pull the actual frequently asked questions and use those in your content, because that's why they're putting them there. Because they're trying to get the potential buyer in their brain. They're asking this question in themselves, telling them why they can't move forward. So they're trying to answer that question to remove that objection. I can't do this because I've never posted content before. I can't do this because I'm not good on camera. I can't do this because I don't have a big audience. What if I don't know what to sell? All these things that we have and we have told ourselves from time to time. That's another lens that you guys could also hit. FAQs are big. I don't know why I completely missed that one. Maybe too much coffee. So you guys can roast me in the comments about that one.
They won't do it. They won't do it.
Damn it. Step 2, agitate what's already being said, right? You don't need to invent new pain points. You just need to mirror the ones people are already expressing. You'll hear things like, I don't have time to do all that. I've tried X and it didn't work. I want to do this, but I'm overwhelmed. It's not working like for me like it's working for them. This looks amazing, but I'm not ready yet. And these are just examples, okay? These are just things that came to my brain. Like I was saying, is when you do a little bit of research, you look at these comments, like start listing out your own things. Like put up a little blank Google document and like just start harvesting objections and like harvesting all of these topics, these content angles, these offer angles. So that way you know that there's already demand for what you want. And then most importantly, when they start working, don't change. And I've watched this happen a lot where people start to build a little bit of momentum, or they start getting really great feedback on something that they created or a training they ran, and they don't reuse it. They're like, okay, cool. Now I need to go find another angle. No, what we need to do is talk about the thing that we had, like I was mentioning in the beginning of the call, in as many different ways as possible, so that we can loop back to that one thing that we created. Um, it's not always about just creating new, right? And this is how you guys will end up building a little bit of a micro authority in your space when you find a pain that you can put pressure onto, and you can help people start solving it. If you're earlier in business, go pretty specific. Go very small micro win. Uh, the most obscure example that I've been using lately is like, uh, if a woman wanted to help women who are going through menopause, it's like, hey, I help women who are struggling with hormone problems after going through menopause, and they want to rebalance their hormones through A, B, and C type of diet. It's a very specific type of pain that you're helping people solve. Okay, so in the beginning, you want to go very narrow and deep. In the beginning, you don't want to go super broad. I help people make money online. Okay, because but then now you're competing with, all the big players who have email lists of 75,000 people, and anything they post they're going to get leads with, they're going to make sales with, they're going to make money with, and you're going to be fighting for scraps. So you need to get very specific on who and how you help and a pain that you're solving around something that you actually can help people do, or what the market's giving you, right? That you're confident in. And you might not be like super confident yet, which is totally normal, mind you. Um, so
Now, your job, very simple. All right. Y'all put the word simple in the chat. I did a video yesterday where I was saying, hey, none of this is easy, but it is simple. The process is simple. Now, take these comments, take these ideas, take these things that you're seeing, turn it into what Nate said. Like, how can you agitate a problem? We're not saying go out there and be ignorant, all right, or start, being a dick. Okay. We're just saying highlight the problem, showcase it in a way that shows people you understand, right? A lot of that should come from you understanding because you've been there. Like that's where I was speaking from earlier when I was telling a couple of my stories. Same thing for Nate. We've been there. We know how it feels. Like when it's a frustration or something that's repeated, you have a bad experience, it sucks. Right? How can you explain that? And how can you help someone completely eliminate that or help them through it quicker than what you went through? Right? Look at these couple examples here. Here's why you don't need more time, just a better system. Right? Like I saw a email from Jacob today, right? And I guarantee you 100% he was not talking about me and Nate, but it felt like it because he was hitting on something that we're doing and he was saying you don't have to do it, right? It's just he's a good marketer, right? He's a good person that does a good job at explaining how he can help, right? Here's another one. You're not stuck because you're lazy. Most of y'all here aren't lazy. You're stuck because no one gave you a map that makes sense for your brain. All right. God forbid you got ADHD like myself. All right. Last one. Here's why the advice that worked for them keeps backfiring for you. Or here's why you see hundreds of people making thousands of dollars every day. You've got the same thing and you've made zero. Man, if you've made zero and you see all these people that are winning, don't sit here and say that it doesn't make you feel a certain type of way because I know it does. Why? Because I've been there. All right. You don't need to sell harder. You just need to speak more clearly to the pain that they're actively feeling, the thing that you can actually help them with, the thing that you have, whether it's an affiliate product, a service you provide, a physical product, blah, 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 whatever it is. What problem does it solve? What frustration does it eliminate? What desire does it help with? What does it give them? What does it help them get? What does that thing that they get What kind of experience does it cause? Right? So we just need to do a better job at speaking more clearly to how we can help, what it looks like when it helps, what it eliminates, and what they're going to get to. And we have to do that for a longer time than we think. Me and Nate, we've talked about the exact same thing for a long time, like years. Still teaching it, still talking about it, because people are still stuck and they're still paying attention to the noise. People are still going and buying those things where they're like, hey, let's you're gonna make 10 grand in the next 30 days if you just buy this system and resell it. People are still buying that. Right?
What's the new one now? It's make 100K by the end of 2025 as a brand new
Yeah.
beginner. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. It's tough. It's
Hell
tough.
yeah, brother.
Yeah.
A good perspective shift for you guys around marketing. Uh, it's realistic. I don't remember who said it, but it's just a transfer of emotions. That's all it is. It's you're literally just trying to transfer emotions that your audience is feeling. And your job as a marketer is to find a common pain point that your audience is going through, or the audience as a whole, and just apply continuous pressure to that. It's not about, and we're not saying this to be like rude or mean or, it's like going to the doctor's office. They figure out all your symptoms and then they prescribe you with what you need. It's the same thing as being a marketer. You need to figure out the problems that your audience is finding out, and you apply continuous pressure on that through content, through your marketing, through what you're doing, and then you present your solution. Hey, if you are struggling with A, B, and C, I want to share what worked for me. Or you tell a story. Like we talk about this a lot, sharing stories in your content, talking about all these different stories in your business, in your life, and etc. The reason we're doing those is they're not about you, which I know sounds backwards, uh, because it's a story about yourself, but it's so that way your audience can see themselves in your story. Oh, they're going through the same struggles that I went through. Oh, they went through the exact same problems that I'm telling myself in my brain. Like Raul, as an example, it's like, oh, I overthink. My self thinking is bad, etc. So we tell a story about how we overcame that. That's going to resonate with other people who also feel the exact same way. Hopefully, this guys is making sense for you guys, and I'm not just talking on caffeine. Um,
Is this helping so far? Like, let us know. If you're not driving, put something in the chat. If you're driving, please pay attention to the road.
yeah, and the key is to not acknowledge that you are answering one of their comments, that you are answering a comment in the market, that you are, even doing this. So I'll give you guys a real time example, and I think I picked this up from Caleb Ralston, where he talks a lot about this. It's like, instead of being like, hey, I was looking at this other creator's content and all these people were asking these questions, right? That's that I do this all the time in my own business, which I need to stop doing. Like, oh, hey, our clients asked us this, our clients asked us this question. What we need to do instead is just not acknowledge it, just answer the question, because then your audience is like, fuck, that's me. He's talking to me. She's talking to me. Right? Instead of like them trying to relate to somebody else or a random comment or a question they're seeing in the market, just don't acknowledge that you found it anywhere. Just answer. Just provide the solution. Talk about the pain point. But don't acknowledge that you heard about it anywhere else. Right? So use it in your hooks, use it in your CTAs, because this will really make the people consuming your content or whatever your marketing channels are feel like this is for me, right? It's like the difference between, like, a good example of this too, like a landing page. You have the headline on a landing page. It doesn't say, I read a comment, so here's my headline. No, it's just like, here's the pain that you're in, and I want to show you the solution. So try to do that in your actual marketing and your content and the stuff that you're creating as well. Your lead magnets, your offer docs, etc. Which, if you look at this is funny too, is we actually did this on this call. The opposite of this. I was like, oh, we were doing something with our private clients, and it made me think about running a training on this. What I should have done instead is just, hey, I know you guys are struggling with this problem, to make it more relevant to you, right?
Yeah. You want to hit that one, Nate? You want me to hit it?
Are we flipping a coin?
If I had one.
No, you can go ahead, Ryan.
All right. Step 3. Solve it with what you already have. Here's something me and Nate are guilty of. When we figured something out and it got us a result, we stopped doing what was working. Terrible, terrible thing to do. So too many entrepreneurs, creators, they think that, I need to launch a whole new offer to capitalize on this. Wrong. Fastest wins come from reframing what you already sell. Me and Nate have sold the exact same offer. It solves more than one problem, but we were able to sell it multiple times, selling the solution to different problems within the offer. All right. So, like, if you can reframe what it is that you're selling with a different angle, then you don't need a new product. You just need a new angle, right? So, try to reframe your existing offer, something like this. If you're overwhelmed by, creating content, this is exactly why we built insert thing, right? This is exactly why I promote X product. We created insert thing because too many people were stuck doing insert thing they hate. All right. Another one. Instead of building something new, here's how we shifted how we talked about the thing. And it clicked for a lot of people. All right. What this does is this gives you multiple different avenues to test within the same offer. Right. This is what lets you get more data. Right. Me and Nate, we've posted a whole bunch about the same thing, but in 1,000 different ways. And of those 1,000 different ways, metaphorically speaking, there was only like 10 of them that really hit hard for the audience. So instead of worrying about the 990, we just went hard on the 10, right? Because that's what was working the best. Now, within that 10, that gave birth to other angles that we could hit, right? So each thing that you find that does well, or gets a reaction or a response, or triggers people, or gets them to buy, or gets them to comment, or pay attention, or follow you, you need to double down on that, right?
A good real time example. We've done this a lot this year, actually, where we have created new stuff this year. So I won't say that we haven't. But a lot of the offers and the promotions that we've ran this year have just been new front end lenses on products we already had or were going to create. Like the AI accelerator was probably realistically the only we did two things this year. But a lot of the times it's like repackaging the front of products we already have. Right. So instead of replacing my entire business, it's like, okay, core accelerator, our coaching program. Let's throw a bonus on the front of it and run a little campaign for 3 weeks. Let's add a done for you element to it and use that to get new clients, instead of like, oh well, we want clients, let's go rebuild something brand new. No, it's like, how can we take something that people are struggling with? Hey, we identified that the hardest problem for most people were writing their offers, getting a digital product in place, getting their content in place, getting launch plans in place. So like the done for you offer, it was like, okay, well, let's just do it for them. And then fast forward later on, it was like, hey, well, we can actually just get AI. We can build AI tools that actually just do it for them without us. So then AI Accelerator was born, and then we turned that into another product, right? Clarity Compass. Um, and for any of you guys that are promoting affiliate products, someone else's programs, or a fairly large product, the thing to remember is you don't have to sell the complete program. What I mean by that is, like Flip was saying, you can use one specific pain point that gets solved in a big product. Take group juice as an example. I could go in there and I could really hammer down the community cash machine, which is a 3-day live event we ran. It's like, and I could turn around and make that the solution to what I'm providing to my audience. Hey, if you want to turn a group into an automated sales machine, I want to really invite you to this 3-day live event. Or I can sell like predictable profits, which is a 7-step offer launch framework, or I could sell the hidden 100K business plan. And these are all just parts of a big product. but I could literally tailor my entire offer or how I'm talking about with very specific parts of a program. It's like another one. Hey, if you want to learn how to do TikTok Shop, then we really hammer that part of Group Juice. Or if it's like, hey, you want to make daily money as an Amazon influencer, and we cover that very specific part inside of Group Juice. Um, you don't always have to have like sell the big thing. And I think this is a very big problem with like newer online business owners is it's like, oh, there's 700 lessons in this product. It's got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it's got all this really cool stuff. And I'm going to tell you from my own experience, your audience does not care. They don't give a shit about how many lessons are inside of it. They don't care about how many videos there is to watch. They don't care about, you know, all the features and the benefits. The thing that they actually care about is this going to fix the problem that I'm in right now.
Yep.
That's all. That's all it is.
Isn't that all you guys here care about? Yes or no? Got a problem? You want it fixed?
Yep.
It applies to everything in the world. People have a problem, they want to fix it, right?
Yeah, it's like imagine you chop your finger off and you go into the hospital, and the nurse in the office like gives you 700 different options of how they're like can stitch your finger back together. You don't care, like just fucking put my finger back on, right? Like, which I think is that like a lot of the market likes to just sell features, which it's very easy to do. You get A, B, and C digital product. It's very popular in like the done for you digital product space. They have 85 links on their stand store. It's like a a la carte smorgasbord of what you could buy. You're going to confuse your audience. They're going to make no decision, and they're probably not going to buy anything.
Option overwhelm. It's a real thing, right? How many of y'all feel like y'all have a good product to sell? Let me know. Put a me in the chat. So when you do what we were just talking about, that's going to let you save a lot of time, right? Also save a lot of brain power because you won't have to overthink everything. All right. You can tap into momentum faster. You can stay in momentum longer. Keep things simple, lean, focused, and people will start to trust you. If if I go out online, me or Nate or even any of you, we go out and say, "Hey, look, I absolutely suck at X." Like me, I can be like, "Look, I suck at tech, but I've sold a lot of products without tech." Right? Anyone who hates tech, I'm like, "Oh, okay, this got my attention." Right? I still suck at tech. I am not the tech guy. Do not ask me a tech question. I got the basics. That's it. That's all I've ever needed. That's all I really care about. My goal is not to get really good at tech. I got Nate. Nate's got that covered, right? But my point is, if you go out, if you tell people what you're not good at and what you are good at, it kind of breaks a barrier. It's like, oh, okay, this person's not claiming that he's an expert in X, but he says he's pretty good at this, right? Cool. I'll pay attention, right? Now, this is what builds. It's going to build your trust up. People are going to pay attention more, all right? Because we're staying in touch with the reality. We're not out here saying, "Hey, we'll show you how to make $1 million," before Christmas. Unrealistic, red flag. Nobody's going to pay attention, right? We consistently try to do this with all of our stuff. Anything that we offer. We've never told anyone they'll get rich. We've never told anyone that they'll make 100 grand really fast. None of that. What we do say is like, hey, if you follow our stuff, you will see growth. You will personally grow. Your business will grow. You will learn skills. And if you follow it long enough, you will make money. You can make a lot of extra money. We've had a bunch of people cross six figures doing what we teach. All right. So in the look at the 24 months, last 2 years, we've only really launched and created like maybe 3 or 4 new things. That's it. But we've ran dozens of promotions and made thousands of sales simply by changing the angle that we're speaking to, right? Yep. Sorry, Adam. No Lambo by Christmas. Maybe you could probably go get like, you know, uh, some driving lessons to give away to people when they need it. Like you could
I'll,
definitely buy those things.
I'll tell you what. If for when everybody like if everybody in this room can go make 1,000 group juice affiliate sales, we'll pick one person that we can give them a Lambo. We're gonna do giveaway.
Yeah, there you go. And that, my friend, is how you sound like all the other people that we don't like,
We're gonna
right?
give you a Lambo, brother. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, front end angles. Audience, like as I was mentioning earlier, audience wants support. Throw in 30 days of support system in front of the offer we already have. Audience wants it done for them. We throw in a done for you process in front of a pre-existing offer. It's not about creating something new. It's creating new ways to talk about the thing you already have.
Yeah. How many of you like? Here's another common thing that, because we're about to hit into it, and you'll also see uh, a really good offer example here very soon for those of you that stick around. But how many of y'all here have no problem buying something if it's going to get you what you want? I'm not just talking like courses or mentors and none of that. I'm talking anything. How many of you here don't have a problem buying something if it's going to get you what you want? I don't have a problem with that. Not one single bit. Right? If you do, you'll probably never do well in any kind of business endeavor. Right? If you have a problem buying something that's going to solve a problem and get you what you want, you're not going to be able to sell anything to anyone because you're still selling yourself a lie. Right? That's a harsh truth, but a truthful truth. Inception there, right? Yeah. I did see a lot of y'all said y'all feel like you have a good offer, which is great. Now we need to apply this exact training to the thing that you have to sell that you truly believe in, whatever that is. All right. Exactly, Dwayne. Exactly. That's how we were.
The number one objection you'll hear a lot of the times if you're selling stuff online, I don't have money, I don't have finances. And don't get me wrong, there will be some of your audience that literally can't afford it, depending on your product. But a lot of the times, it comes from a lack of belief in you, a lack of belief in the process, a lack of belief in themselves. So it is our job to try to create that belief. And
Yeah.
like give you guys a real time example of like two different physical product examples of people spending their money on shit that is just crazy, right? So like look at the Starbucks Bear Cup. You have people literally lined out the door of Starbucks to go spend their money on this little glass cup that looks like a bear. You have Apple, who's literally launching iPhone holders that look like colored socks for $230, and people are buying them. It's not necessarily about price, which I think is so easy to believe it is.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's too. The number one mistake that you could make is like chopping your price off because your audience says they don't have money. A lot of the times, it's because you're trying to one sell them too quickly. You're trying to sell it to the wrong person. Uh, they haven't consumed enough of your content to actually believe that you are the one that helps them, which also bleeds into what we're talking about. We're constantly switching what we do, so your audience doesn't really even understand how you help them. It's like one week you do automated business, the next week you don't do automated business, and the week after that you're, selling licenses to programs, and you're just all over the place, which is very easy to do in this very fast moving landscape. But then you're cannibalizing your audience. It's like, hey, I thought you did this, and now you do this, and last month you said this was the best way to do it, and now this month's a new, different, best way. So it's something that a lot of online marketers don't even realize is they literally ruin the trust in their audience.
Yeah.
And the
Without
one
even trying.
yeah, the one thing that I do take pride in flipping my business is like I'm getting memories from TikToks that I created like 3 years ago that are literally around the same topics that I'm talking about today. Like exact same things that I say in my content, "Oh, I posted about this yesterday. That's funny. I'm going to
Yeah,
reuse this."
yeah. And something really cool that all of y'all can do is simply mirror that, model that, right? So like, let's take the end of year lifetime deal for Group Juice and Clarity Compass. Like, let's kind of use this as an example, right? So this is like same offer we've always had, right? Support system, proven processes, like very, very specific strategies, right? It's bundled into pay one time, never pay again, like forever. And it's bundled into lifetime access, right? For a fraction of what people are paying. So what you'll see, like if any of you guys have affiliate offers or your own offers or you sell things, this is how you want to have it structured. All right. So you want to look at step 4. It's like use community content and positioning to respond, right? Once you identify the opportunity, whatever it might be, there's like 3 main ways that you can respond. All right, so you got community. This is where you can talk to folks in your group, on a live stream like this, or in, stories, in posts, in DMs. Maybe you're getting on Zoom calls, maybe you're using WhatsApp, whatever. But you just want to create a space for people to vent, share, ask questions, open up, like be vulnerable, around whatever the issue might be. All right. Anyone else that's tired of being told just to hustle harder, hey, I got a group for you. Right? We come in here, we talk about how not to hustle harder and get more done. All right. As an example, content, create a punchy, emotional thing that resonates with people, that puts words to what your people are feeling. Like we've been doing that this entire call, where you guys have been engaging and letting us know in the comments that, yeah, I felt that. Yeah, that's me. Yep, been there. Right. So here's why your launch flopped. Okay. And here's why it's not your fault. These are just things that you can say. That's how the content can hit and sell for you. It's not always selling something for a transaction. It can be selling something for a transformation or a new perspective, a new way to think. All right. And this brings you right to the positioning. If you can kind of change or shift how you describe your offer, right? Use the exact language that your audience is using. Don't go out here using vocabulary that you don't even use. Like, you don't hear me and Nate use big words. It's no need for it. It's not who we are anyway, right? We want to speak a language that people understand. Right? If you've been stuck at zero sales because no one's, broke down the entire process for you, to fit your schedule, we got you covered, right? Like, that's how we need to tackle when it comes to explaining, pre-selling, examples, doing lead gen, storytelling. You know, this is the way that you're going to do it. All right. And all of your momentum is going to come from how well you listen and then how well you execute without trying to be perfect. None of us are perfect. Jesus Christ was perfect and they killed him. Right. But his message still lives on forever. Stop trying to be perfect. Just get stuff done. Right.
Yeah, the creators who win fast are the ones who listen hard and act fast. I'll give you a real time example of this in the market. If you look at the coolest place to be in the online business space right now is Facebook. Everybody's talking about Facebook monetization. Everybody's all about now Facebook's really cool, which is funny to watch because Flip has been not Flip. Facebook's been kind of our main focus for years in business. It's like where we had all of our success. That's realistically where our attention has been. I mean, our program was very centered around Facebook for years. And if you look at the market, it's like listening to, okay, I'm creating content on Facebook. It's performing really well. Very quickly turning around and creating offers around Facebook monetization. Now there's programs popping up every other night that are like, hey, this is how you can get monetized on Facebook. This is how you get monetized on Facebook. This is a really good example of like what big creators do. They do something very quickly in business and they turn around and they put it to market, right? And they're not doing this because they're lucky, because they're They hacked the algorithm uh, because they stopped creating content in a vacuum, and they literally started co-creating with the market. And the reason I'm bringing that example up is because if you look at, one, two, three creators start talking about Facebook, and now everybody's talking about Facebook. Same thing with AI. Everybody was like, okay, there was like the anomalies 2 years ago that were like all in on AI, and now everybody wants to be an AI expert, an AI influencer, and all this. Like, I do everything with AI. Like, I saw an announcement post from somebody that we've been in connection with for years, who was all about community, way back when we interviewed him in our groups. And he put out a post yesterday that's like, I'm going all in with AI. I'm burning everything down to now be AI, right? Which I'm not saying this like full transparency. Yes, we use AI. We built custom AI tools, but our goal is not to be AI experts or give you guys, a list of 7,500 different tools to use. Um, but that's an example of listening to the market, seeing what they're doing, seeing what's going on, and then reframing your business to be relevant, right? But also, most importantly, not necessarily changing your business, but reframing your business. Right? I
Yeah.
think that's a very big bad habit that a lot of us have fell into from time to time. Is we're constantly pivoting and tweaking or replacing all the moving parts in our business, and we then get stuck with minimal momentum.
Yeah.
Right. So
I
listen, agitate, reframe.
would almost guarantee that a lot of y'all in here are trying to do too many things at once when you've probably only got three things that actually matter and would move the needle much faster, especially if you're not growing your audience, right? Not getting lead flow and not making sales, or you're creating content and you still don't have any monetization vehicles. Right? Like if you're creating content on Facebook or TikTok, you should 100% have an income stream already without selling anything. If that just made you go like, "What?" Let me know. If you're creating content and don't have an income stream, that's a problem, right? Now, on the other side, if that kind of hits you right between the eyes, that's good, right? Me and Nate had to have our foreheads plucked as well. Today, where we're at, as we're leading into 2026, you don't even have to sell anything in order to make money with social media. You just have to be consistent with showing up. That is literally it. Not even joking. Just saw a guy. Here's a personal attack for all of us, me and Nate included. I watched a guy 3 months ago start posting on Facebook. Right, his content sucked. He didn't care about how many views, likes, whatever he was getting, but his content sucked because he wasn't a content creator. He did something different, but he kept posting despite no views, no likes, no comments. Right now, 3 months later, making about $45,000 a month, and he's selling stuff. But that 45,000 that he made didn't come from him selling something. It came from him posting content. Crazy, right? That blew your mind? Join the party. That's why we're here. People are making stupid money doing simple stuff. Right? Who 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 wants to see all of the bloody details on the lifetime bundle deal? And then we'll answer questions. Cool?
Get it.
Cool, cool. So we're just gonna lay it out flat for you guys. All right. No hidden agendas. This is here till the end of the year, but we do have special bonuses for people that move quickly, just like the the handful of people that have already got this. All right. Now, we don't try to blow smoke. We don't try to hard sell. We don't try to convince. All we do is state facts based on what we know. All right. That, that's it. If you're tired of guessing and then second guessing or trying to build a business by duct taping 10,000 strategies together from YouTube for free, but all you really want is something that actually works and will actually help you with income streams plus support while you're implementing it, then this is going to be a really good thing. It'll probably be some of the best money you ever spent. And we've seen people do really, really well with it for a very long time, over and over. So we put everything that we use, tools, trainings, and our weekly support into one simple end of the year offer. All of the things that it includes, not to overwhelm you, because it is structured in a way to eliminate overwhelm if you go through it in this way. All right, what it includes, our entire full ecosystem from content to profit. All right, 7 different custom GBTs that are trained on what actually works, that will actually personalize things for you based on your personality, strengths, and weaknesses so that you can get to the profit zone as fast as realistically possible. And a support system built to actually help you, to where we never let anyone leave until all questions are answered on our paid weekly support calls. All right. So if you're like legit, seriously ready to stop figuring everything out alone, trying to grab every freebie that you see, picking up every lead magnet that other folks are giving away, trying to get everything off of YouTube for free, then we got something for you. All right. All you need to do is hit me, Nate, or Chantel with the word lifetime in the DMs, whether it's on Facebook or school. And we've got a very detailed thing that breaks down all the minute details to where you can check it out. You can click it off this doc. You can give it a read. Like whatever you guys want to do. If you got any questions, we will answer them. All right. But we're not going to be like, hey, hurry up and buy. This is not mandatory. It is only for the people that want to take it serious to end out this year in a different position and head into 2026 with clarity and some extra coin in their pocket. I'm not telling you that you're going to get rich, but what I can say is extra $500 to $1,000. You know, it's pretty helpful. You know, I told 2 people a year ago. All right, I told 2 people a year ago. I gave them the exact strategy to follow. One of them did not listen. That person's not making any money. The other person listened. They are consistently cranking out $4,000 to $5,000 a month extra while working full time with simple TikToks. That's the game. Question. Any questions, guys? Like anything? Pick our brains.
I'm all talking while I'm muted. Yeah, no super like FOMO hype heavy. The bundle does go away December 31st. Both of these products are things that we do sell separately. Group Juice is a yearly subscription. So if you want to grab the lifetime access, then you can, or you can't. It's all good either way.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see the offer, it is on this. Or if you guys have any questions, concerns, ping us a message. Okay, we can chat about it. Full transparency, we literally just used the exact same process that we talked about on today's training using market feedback. And I tweaked this document earlier this week, and it did 3K profit in 24 hours because I changed the offer to be about what people were saying. If you guys want to actually see a deeper dive into that, um, I did do a full training in the actual group about this. breaking down the intentions behind why I changed the doc to copy, etc., etc. So
Yeah.
if you guys want to chat about it, ping us a message, or you can check out the details here, and we can open up for Q&A.
Yeah. Does anyone else need this doc again? Like the training doc that also has the link where you can click and check out the actual offer. Has anyone got like I know sometimes folks are afraid to ask certain questions. Please don't be afraid to ask any questions, even if it's about like price or you know expectations around this. Like if y'all want us to do a quick deep dive with any of you around where you're at now, uh, what we'd focus on, like just however we can help you guys.
And I will hit this question really quick, Gordon, and because I have been seeing this a lot. This bring up has been brought up quite a few times over the last few days. If you guys are promoting the lifetime deal with us as an affiliate, which is optional, by the way, the number one thing that you want to do first, you want to try to get them into the group, cookie them into our free community, and then you guys can literally just send them this doc if you're not adding any bonuses or anything like that. Uh, if you were going to use this document, the one thing you could also do, you could come into this doc and you can make a copy and you can change this link right here to your free group affiliate link. Okay. So that way they're getting cookied into our system through your affiliate link and you will be compensated if they buy. Okay.
And here's what that means, just in case someone doesn't know. All right, because I didn't know what the cookie thing was when I was first getting into affiliate marketing. All right, so when Nate said if you sign up as an affiliate for our stuff, you will have your own affiliate link. All right, if if you send that affiliate link or you have it somewhere where someone can click it at any given time, they click it and they join our group. That person that clicked on your affiliate link is cookied to you, meaning if they come into our group, if they buy something that day, you get paid. If they buy something 2 months later, you get paid. Anytime they buy something, you get paid. All right. Any questions on that, real quick? Uh, Mr. Flokawaski, I can't even say your name. I can't even say your first name, brother. But
Peter.
I see your question. What that question was, can I have that doc? Yep. It's in the chat here. Nate just put it in the chat twice. It's also
I'll also be getting the replay up with the doc and the training for you guys.
yeah, yep, got the doc. Uh Lowell, who says, what social media platform pays out and how can I set it up? Uh they all pay out. Right now, Facebook's paying the most, I believe. But I mean YouTube pays, TikTok pays, uh Facebook pays. For Facebook, that would probably be like the easiest for anyone right now. All you have to do is make sure you turn on professional dashboard, right? And then you'll have to get invited, to get paid for content. So you'll have to be consistent in posting to get the invite to get monetized. But that's not going to like slow you down per se as far as monetization goes because our affiliate program is also free. So you can promote our free group, get people into the group. They can get some free information that helps them a ton. And if they do happen to want to buy anything, any of our products, if we've got products from $9 all the way up to 1,500 bucks, there's a lot of things in there that they could get based on what they might need, and that's another monetization vehicle, right? We cover a ton of stuff in a lot of trainings in the classroom section inside of the free group. So, as an example, if you know anyone, they they want to make extra money, don't know how, or they are currently doing something and they don't like how they're doing it, then they could look at our Profit Pathways training, one of the free trainings, and it explains 4 different ways that they can make money. Some without showing their face, some with showing their face, just different monetization vehicles that the average person can do. Me and Nate, we both suck at Instagram. We can't grow on Instagram to save our life. All right. TikTok, Facebook, we've done really, really well with. YouTube hasn't been bad to us either. Right. But Instagram, don't ask me anything about Instagram. I've posted a ton on it, and I couldn't grow if you paid me to.
Yeah, and I mean, I will be fully transparent. Like some of you guys, most of you in this room probably have more Instagram followers than me. But I've never actually tried to take Instagram serious. That's one thing I will say. Other than repurposing content, Instagram has never been a focal point. Uh, Instagram is very much number one an aesthetic platform, and it is also very much reciprocity based. And what I mean by that, without being a dictionary, is you need to give on Instagram. You need to engage. You need to be very active on Instagram. You need like if you're under 10,000 followers, the majority of your focus literally needs to be commenting and engaging on big creators and being active in their comments and like priming your feed, so to speak. Um, it's also posting less. It's not like where Facebook you want to post, you know, as many reels or as many text posts as possible. Like you want more of a 2 to 3 pieces of content per day. Instagram's pushing carousels very hard right now over everything else, even over reels. Um, so I mean, I can give you guys tactics and strategies around Instagram. I'm not an expert by any means. I have invested a lot of money to learn Instagram, but I am the quintessential buy a course, don't ever do anything with it because I've never actually went all in with Instagram. Facebook has always been my focus, as well as like TikTok and then community. But again, you guys like what we don't care about your guys' platform preference. It's realistically about where you want to grow. And let's call a spade a spade. Where Instagram is a very aesthetic platform, and a reason that I have probably not grown on Instagram is because, um, I wear T-shirts with giant wieners on them, and that's not very fitting for Instagram's aesthetic. So
Sherilyn, if you already have Group Juice, AI Accelerator, Clarity Compass, then you don't need that. You've already got it.
yeah, you already have it.
Yep.
Yep.
One of the things we've heard a ton is, "Oh, I want to do it, can't afford it." Like especially like right here at Christmas, we definitely understand. So we've always tried to meet people where they are to make things as affordable as possible. Right? There is a payment plan. We've had a ton of people that took the financing option, didn't have to pay anything to get access, and their payment wasn't due until 30 days later. And some of those same people even made money. Not saying anyone's going to make money that quick. It all depends on the work ethic. And me and Nate don't know how you going to do. Okay. So we can't say that you will do what other people have done, but people have done it. So all I'm really getting at is we've got financing options, we've got payment plans, uh, we've got a lot of options that will allow people to get access that want to take it serious. Okay, that's that's really the main thing.
There's finance. Yeah, the financing. I think on average is like $70 a month. Payment plan is $150 a month.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to like, and then there's also just like the one time uh, payment. So a few different options for you guys if you want it. If you don't, not gonna twist your arms or try to get you convince you. Right? We're not the very pressurized business people, I guess you could say. And I'll give you a reason behind that is the one thing that we've learned over the many years of playing this game is if we have to convince you to buy, we're gonna have to convince you to show up and do the work. And online business is work. It is 100% a business.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're in Europe, you don't think y'all have PayPal. I could be wrong. Um, Majority of the financing folks have been using the PayPal, pay later payment plan. You could definitely do. Uh,
Yeah, the payment plan is not on the document. So if you guys want the actual like dedicated $150 a month payment plan, I'll have to send you a different link. Um, I don't think it might actually be on though. I have to look. I might be putting my foot in my mouth there.
yeah,
So
and if you read the offer doc, you'll see all of the crazy bonuses that Nate included in there. Like we literally try to give folks everything that they would need in order to get to the profit zone as fast as ethically possible, right? Even if you're working with a tough schedule, even if you're working full time, um, even if you don't have a lot of time, even if you bought 100 courses already and none of them have worked, the the vast majority of people that have been successful with our group juice program came from other failed courses, right? Because what we teach is still to this day very different than what other people teach.
yeah, we don't care about what you sell. Like that's not if you guys already have an offer, you want to sell something else, it's all good. Most of our clients' success has nothing to do with promoting our programs. Like literally just sent out an award yesterday for somebody who crossed their first $10,000 profit, and
Yeah,
they made $320 with our affiliate program
yeah.
because they made the rest of that money with something else.
Something else really cool that I came across a memory the other day, and I was at a point where I couldn't share it, and I had every means to come back and share it, but I didn't get to it in time, and the day changed, so the memory went away. But it was the memory. So me and Nate, uh, after we had hit all of our bottlenecks, like we failed for 3 years, we found a person. His name is Jacob. We bought his course, and we ended up finding success as affiliates, both crossed six figures. So, when me and Nate partnered to create Group Juice, me and Nate we paid Jacob $48,000 for 12 months of mentorship. Right, we committed to pay that. It was a monthly payment, chunky monthly payment too. All
Okay.
right, right, yeah, it was chunky, you know. Um, but here's the cool thing: when Jacob saw what we were doing and how we were being successful as affiliates, he was like, "This is crazy. Y'all need to create an offer and teach this." Right? That's where Group Juice was born. And when we created it, that we only sold it to 20 people to kind of get it started, and we barely sold those 20 spots, but all of those 20 people started having like crazy success, right? Now, because of that, Jacob again saw the power in what we were teaching and how we were doing it. So Jacob, having his own success already, he saw the value in what we created, and he wanted to be an affiliate for us. He promoted our offer to his audience, and a ton of people bought, and a ton of people did really, really well with what we were teaching. Right. So for a seven-figure plus earner to one think what we were doing was very unique and powerful, encouraged us, and then helped us create an offer about it. We went and taught it. A lot of people have had success with it. And then for him to turn around and want to promote it as an affiliate, that speaks volumes. Right. That was the memory that popped up. Right on, Dwayne. Yep. Appreciate that, Adam. You're an absolute stud. You too, Tony. Tony's crushed it. Tony's used a bunch of our AI tools, group juice. He's crushed it and sold a ton of stuff. Like he took one of our AI tools and got the tool to write an offer for him and made over $4,000 for him, selling his own stuff. That's pretty dope. So like,
What did he call it? What did we say on the one call? It might have been a couple months ago. The affiliate pimp.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
right on. Any other questions, guys?
Yeah. At the end of the day, we just want to help you guys win, whatever that looks like. You know, and I know that's like so cliche of me to say, but selfishly, our brand grows the more results we can get you guys, whatever that looks like. So, yeah.
Yep. And my wife and kids are pulling up. It's about to get crazy. No, seriously though, if you want to ask us anything, now's a chance. Or we'll let y'all go on your merry way for this beautiful Saturday.
If not, we can wrap it up. I'll get the replay up for you guys, the doc. Hope to see some of you guys inside. If not, we'll see you on another training.
Yep.
Or in the group.
See,
Any of you guys that are promoting the affiliate offer, the lifetime bundle deal, use this doc. This doc's converting very well. As I mentioned, I tweaked the offer because I wasn't satisfied with what it was. And it made 2 sales in the first 24 hours at the full pay. So if you guys are promoting a lifetime bundle deal, use the doc. So again, trying to make it as easy as possible for you guys.
You let the dogs out.
Just trying to be as beautiful as you. Maybe I'll grow my hair out one day.
I probably won't.
I've tried a couple times, but I can't get past like the whole poofy, phase.
I'm bald now, so it's just not going to work.
You have that like skullet.
Yeah. Low, if you look at the chat, I will drop that doc one more time. That's the training doc from today, and at the bottom, it's got that clickable link to read the offer. Right? Or you can message us on school and chat more there, or send you the direct offer.
Awesome sauce. Well, I appreciate you guys taking some of your Saturday to come hang out with us. Go have some fun, hang out with family, or whatever lights your heart on fire.
Yeah. We love you guys.
My daughter probably ate an entire pan of brownies while I was in the office because she didn't have supervision.
I'll be done in just a second. So good to see you.
Yep. Yeah, so with the premium school, if you're talking about grabbing it from like the school checkout from us, if that's what you're talking about, that you get everything. So that's the same offer. So the VIP is the offer we mentioned today. It is yearly. It does say on the school we can't do one-off. So after you guys end up doing, if you guys do the one pay, the annual at $1,500, we'll cancel it. You keep access, or we'll cancel the $150 a month after the 12-month mark. You keep lifetime. So yes, the premium is not the offer that we were talking about. That's our $9 community launch challenge, which is the training inside of our group that kind of breaks down everything we do with communities. It is a very good starter point. If you're talking about the offer that we're mentioning today on the training, that's the VIP option inside of the school plans. So.
Yeah, a DM is just direct message or private message. Message us on.
This is the offer. This is the offer we mentioned today over here.
Yeah.
which also includes this and everything. But yeah. So sorry, my bad language. So premium does not include, to like answer your question. So yes, premium does not include what we mentioned today. Still a very kick-ass training and everything in there as well, though.
Yeah.
A couple custom AI tools, our entire community launch challenge, etc. Stop sharing. There we go. Awesome sauce.
Yep. If you guys need something else more specific, we've got a few things. But yeah, just let us know. Send us a message on school or Facebook. Doesn't matter. If you send us a message on school, me and Nate will both see it, so we can kind of keep up with things. The time zones are different. Um, yeah. Did we miss any questions? Is Facebook group accessible without VIP? Yeah, the group, the school group is free. So if you buy something, that will unlock in the classroom section. So like there's still a lot of free stuff in the group, but when you buy something, it unlocks and that becomes a part of what you have access to. Right. Right on, Lo. Glad you made it, man.
Awesome
Hopefully
stuff.
your first visit with us was a good one. You know, hopefully we met your expectations.
Heck yeah.
Word. Cool. I guess that's all the questions. Hope you're having an absolutely awesome Saturday.
Yep, that's the hurdle for many, the implementation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Heck
Thanks,
yeah, thanks for
Gordon.
hanging out with us, Gordon.
Right on, brother.
Awesome sauce. I'll get you guys the replay. You guys have a kick-ass day. Fire us any questions you guys have, and we'll see some of you guys on the next one.
All right, I love you. So does Jesus. Catch you on the flip side.
Bye.